Hello kids, it's snowing. Road conditions are icy, let's go for a ride.
There are a few key things you need to know to prepare yourself for winter driving. Ask any person who lives in a climate that supports severe winter weather and they will undoubtedly tell you two things. 1. Never go out driving in the first snow of the season unless you can avoid it. And 2. It's not the snow that's deadly. It's all the other idiot drivers out there who forgot what snow is that'll kill you. Before we head out into the frozen tundra, we should cover the in-car needs one should have during winter. First and foremost, one needs a means of eliminating snow from their windows. This can be any store-bought scraper with brush attachment, credit card, or any semi-rigid trash you have lying around the car. The age of the person can be determined by the amount of snow they remove from their vehicle. Younger drivers typically scrape the least, instead opting for what I call tank driving. Just a sliver of visible space in front of and directly behind the driver's seat. This allows the driver to see where they are going and where they have been, but anyone else on the road should watch out as this vehicle stops for no one. Middle-aged drivers like myself tend to remove snow from the whole car, a full-body snow removal. Senior drivers, remembering their younger days, remove snow from all of the windows, but have run out of energy before getting to the rest of the vehicle. They instead will opt for natural removal, driving 60 miles per hour, allowing the wind to rip the snow from their vehicles. Another necessity for surviving winter driving is to have some sort of winter clothing available in the car in case you're stranded. I tend to carry a fleece blanket, some plastic tarp, and a bunch of rope in my truck at all times. One can never be too prepared for snow or body removal. Lastly, one should always keep an empty container for fluids and some kind of disposable paper product. This comes in handy when your headlights become so dim from road salt that night driving is even more dangerous. Or it can be used while driving to clean your windshield when you have run out of wiper fluid. Now that we've covered the supplies needed, let's talk about slippery condition driving techniques. Some drivers, those who have experienced the negative side of icy conditions, tend to drive with their hands at the 10 and 2 position. This allows other drivers to know that, during inclement weather, those drivers will revert to the behaviors of new drivers. If you notice, this is also where police tell you to place your hands when you've been pulled over, a universal sign for this driver is in trouble. When encountering slippage while driving, one should turn into the direction of the skid. This means if your back end starts drifting to the right, turn your wheel to the right. If your back end starts drifting to the left, turn your wheel to the left. If the back end is turning the car upside down, grip the wheel with both hands and scream, "Ah!" Braking while driving in slick conditions is also tricky. Those who are fortunate enough to have the anti-lock braking system, or ABS, just need to apply direct, constant pressure on the brakes. It will do the rest for you. Those whose cars are not equipped with ABS should pump the brakes slowly to avoid locking the wheels and creating a skid. Hopefully, if ever in this predicament, a song with a steady beat will be playing on the radio to coach you along. Now that we've covered the basics, let's hit the road. There are two things everyone should know when driving on snow-covered roads. First of all, since the lines in the roads have been hidden by the snow, one should know that there is only as many lanes as you want there to be. Secondly, the closer you follow the person in front of you, the better off you will be, because they obviously know the roads better than you. This is especially important when following a snowplow or a pickup with a snowplow attachment. This will also put you in a situation where you will most likely get to test out your turn into the skid driving. Another important thing to know is it is better to land in a ditch than inside the back of another person's car. Scan ahead when driving. Do you see cars braking? Are there other drivers practicing their turn into skids? If so, look for a softer exit, a median, an off-ramp. These are good choices. A street light, the car beside you, or a ravine are poor choices. If you happen to find yourself in this situation, check your rearview mirror to see if there's another vehicle careening toward you. If not, then exit your vehicle and move to safety. This can be either up an embankment or towards cars that have already stopped moving. If another vehicle is careening toward you, place both hands on the wheel to brace for impact and pucker your asshole tightly. This will help eliminate any embarrassing skid marks after the accident. If you have survived the snowy drive to your destination, then you have undoubtedly found yourself in a parking lot. Many of the same rules of snowy driving can be used while in snowy parking lots. The most important being, since the lines are covered up, parking spaces are now where you want them to be. This is especially important during holiday shopping season. Creating your own parking space eliminates the hassle of waiting for spaces to open up. It also allows you to have the extra room around your vehicle that we all crave. Well, I hope you've all learned some valuable lessons here today. I know I have. Keep driving and stay safe.
That's what I get for parking in a garage.